Aromatherapy itself is like a very much maligned kind of like treatment, really. I think that's because the assumption is that things which have aroma or aromas themselves are just purely ephemeral. They don't really have any physical presence, but that isn't, of course, true. When you're inhaling something and you can smell it, you're actually inhaling some kind of particle, whether it's a bit of vapor or whether it's something solid. It's going into your nose, and you're actually able to sense some form of physical representation. It could be a gas, it could be a vapor, it could be solid, but your brain is picking it up. You got sensors inside you which pick up something of a physical nature. Aromatherapy essential oils are chemicals, they're drugs, basically. It's not a question of, no, this is some kind of like woo or fairy type treatment. This is like something which will affect your brain and your body, because you are taking a chemical substance and you are putting it inside you. Just as when I take a pinch of snuff or I have a nice hot cup of tea, okay, it's going to have an effect upon me. Because I've got a medium for the delivery of the drug. I've got the drug itself within the medium that of delivery, and I'm taking it into me. With aromatherapy, if you start to use it and play around with it, you become much more aware of the ways in which your body is reacting to chemicals. Because the oils can get absorbed through massage, namely through your skin itself. Your skin is a method of drug delivery. Alright? So if you get your coconut oil or whatever it is, and you've got your oils mixed up in it into your massage mixture, and you're rubbing it on your shoulders and on your back, it will go into the bloodstream. It will also go into the organs associated with that part of the body. So when I've got a problem with my neck and with my shoulder because the muscles are locking up, I would use black pepper a lot. Black pepper essential oil has got something in it which is warming and helps the muscles to relax. People who do a lot of manual labor are also recommended to use black pepper oil because it can help. Also, when you have it in the bath, right, just put 2 or 3 drops on your bath water. Firstly, you run your bath, turn off the taps, so you got your bath full of hot water. Then you add a couple of drops of the oil to the bath water. The oil will just float on the surface of the water, making nice, pretty little oily patterns. And you get in and have your bath as per normal. And in that respect, you're absorbing the drug itself into your body through more than one way. You've got your bodily skin, yes. You've also got your nasal mucosa, because you're breathing it in, all right. But also some of it won't get absorbed purely by the nose itself, but may actually go down deeper inside you, so it may actually get absorbed by your lungs. So this is a drug which is going into your body in many different ways. It is definitely going into your circulation. There are certain essential oils that pregnant women or breastfeeding women should not use. Okay, I'm not going to give you the full list as to what they are, because I'm shaky on a few of them. But there's some oils which I personally use. I use lavender oil to help me to relax. Okay, I use peppermint oil because that can help to wake me up again. I use chamomile oil because that's good for you in lots of different ways. You can also have a dilute solution of chamomile oil in your shampoo when you're washing your hair, and that will lighten your hair color. Okay, so if you don't want to use peroxides and bleaches, you can just use some chamomile essential oil. Alright, as I say, these are chemicals, these are drugs. If you research them, you'll find out a lot more about their properties. This is just like a little primer about the subject. I'm just trying to dispel the idea that it's some kind of like freaky, superstitious, like as it were, woo treatment. It isn't. This is something quite serious. It has a serious effect upon the brain and body, and it's well worth looking into. Alright. Now, it's only when someone gives a bad explanation, all right, when someone says that this will cure you, okay, then there's some serious issues. But there are people, a lot of people these days use these things as part of their own therapeutic way of life. They want to make sure their house smells nice. They don't necessarily want to use a chemical air freshener, so they would get an oil burner. I've got two. I've got one on my desk over there, and I've got another one in storage upstairs. And I use that to just provide some subtle fragrances throughout the property. And of course, now Christmas is coming up. I'm going to make a blend of lemongrass and cinnamon and add a touch of black pepper to it, and I'm going to create a seasonal blend. Alright, and take a few other oils as well, just try and work out what I want, and actually going to act as the fragrance of the season this winter. So as well as medicinal, or semi-medicinal we should say, these things also have like a decorative purpose or a ceremonial purpose or a celebratory purpose as well, and that's the way it's being used today. Okay, it's not the way things were, it was used many hundreds or thousands of years ago, or maybe it was as well. I mean, the techniques of distillation of these essential oils would be, or would have been, a lot weaker than what we've got today. And I'm not quite sure if I could modify my water distiller to see whether I could use that to extract essential oils. I don't know. I haven't really given it much thought. But the idea is that these things are worth looking into. Okay, I've only got a small repertoire of oils I use because I've only got a few purposes that I want to use them for. But other people can use them in a much more creative way, in a much more poetic way, to try and bring about change within their own life, and therefore by inference change in the lives of other people around them through helping to balance their moods. Lavender, if I've understood it correctly, and please don't quote me on this, okay, lavender essential oil, I understand, is good for women who have PMT. If that's used as a massage at a certain time of the month, that will help to chill the woman out, and she'll be able to just get through it just that little bit easier. So guys out there, buy your girlfriend some lavender essential oil because it'll help her to feel relaxed, and that'll make your life more relaxing. Ladies out there, you can get yourself some lavender essential oil as well, because then everything will be a lot nicer.